Hello everybody, Todd here with All Things Archery and Shooting, and today we're going to talk about how to install rabbit fur string silencers for your bow. The bow we're going to be using today is going to be my Mandarin Duck 2-piece takedown longbow, the Devourer. I did a review on this bow not too long ago, so if you missed it, go ahead and check it out. What you're going to need for this installation is very simple tools. You're going to need a bottle of super glue. I'm using Fletch Fuse here by Boning. You're going to need a pencil. I'll show you what the pencil's for in a minute. You're also going to need your rabbit fur silencers, a pair of scissors, and you're going to need a stringer. And if you want, beer is optional. Okay. Now these come in a pack of 2, and they're usually connected like this, so you want to cut them in half like I already cut these in half. But the next thing you want to do is you want to go to the end of each one of these fur silencers, and you want to cut off just a little bit of hair off the very back side of that so it exposes some of the leather. You don't want to cut the leather, you want to cut the hair. So don't need to cut a lot, just cut the hair off. Okay. And the reason for that I'll show you in a second, but just get it cut off. Try not to cut your leather. Okay. Alright. Okay, there we go. Now you see you got a small piece of leather exposed now, no hair on it. Do the same on your other side. You just want to cut the leather off, the hair off just the very beginning of this. Don't need a lot. Okay. Just like that. You can see here, and a little bit more on that one. There we go, that's what you want right there. Okay, see, it exposes the leather to you right there, a little piece of leather, you see that? Okay. Alright, now that's done, okay. Next thing you need to do, you're done with your scissors, next thing you do, you need to take your bow down. You're going to use a bow stringer for this, okay? So go ahead, let's get our bow unstrung, and then we'll get our first our rabbit fur silencer installed. These come in beaver fur, rabbit fur, and different fur. This one's rabbit fur. I find that the rabbit fur, they're lighter weight and they work really well. Before you unstring your bow, you want to measure how far down your old silencers, if you have old silencers on there. I've already decided on where the best sound vibration reduction is on this string. So instead of trying to figure that out back and forth again, just go ahead and measure from your knock end to there. It's right about on the edge of your point, edge of your knock, to the end here. You're 14 inches, okay? So do this, so now we keep that measurement, so it's 14. Now let's go and get our bow unstrung now, okay? If you measure it now, that way you ain't got to play with it, because it depends on where you put your silencer at in the string and how quiet it makes the bow. And you usually got to play with that to get it just right. But I've already know this one is already put these on before, and 14 inches is the best spot for these. That's where we're going to put the next one, okay? Save a little extra time for you. Next thing we use your bow stringer. This is a Longbow stringer. A little bit different than a Recurve stringer because it fits over the knock ends. All right, let's get this unstrung real quick and get the first rabbit hair silencer installed. All right, the bow's unstrung now. Now what you want to do, we got to take the old one out. This is the old one here. What's nice about a Flemish twist, especially you got a 2-color Flemish twist, this is yellow and white, you just have to unspin it and these slide right out, okay? No fuss, no muss. Okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to take your rabbit fur. Now you notice that there's 2 ways this grain runs. This one's going to run, see how the hair is running down like this? So you want to wrap it with this part facing down, okay? So where the hair is facing down, we're on the top limb, you want the hair facing down too. So let's see, your hair goes down this way from the edge of the leather. That's the way you want to wrap it, okay? So the first thing we do is, we know this is 14 inches. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and stick it through that first one. You can give it a little bitty twist if you want. But this is why the reason you want to cut that leather off, okay, on the back side. You take your super glue and you want to put a little dot of glue, just a drop right there. Okay, you don't need a lot. See that little drop of glue? And then take that drop of glue, Don't get it on your string, just fold it over and glue it to the other piece of leather, okay? Give it a few seconds, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 seconds, and that'll lock it in, okay? Now, next thing we do is take your pencil, okay? Your pencil is going to keep your strands separated. So stick them in there, okay? Separate your strands, far down as you need to go, okay? And lock your pencil in, okay? You need to go more, a little bit more. Better have extra than not enough. You can always retwist the string later, okay? That should be plenty. Now we're going to restring the bow, okay? So get your bow stringer out and restring the bow. Now all you're going to do is get something to hold your string up, doesn't matter what, like a cell phone, whatever you want to use for it, or just off the table like I'm going to do, is do it here. But I'm going to do it off so you guys can see it better. Okay, now you just take your rabbit fur, make sure you can see that. Okay, good. All right, you gotta be sure this is done tightly, okay? And you can untwist your string here with this. Here, see how this untwist the string for you? But you want to go ahead and wrap this as tight as you can wrap it pretty tight. Just like that. Keep wrapping. You got to keep it tight though, okay? Don't let it get loose on you. Okay. Now when you get to the end, you're almost at the end, go ahead and bring this up. And if you can see what you want to do, kind of hard to see with that hair in the way, but basically you're going right back through this hole here. This hole right here, you're going to stick the tail end back through that, okay? So you stick that back through there like that. See if you can get it through there. Hold on. This is the only tricky part, because if it gets loose, you got like it got loose on me, I need to do it again. So be sure you keep it tight. This is the only tricky part. Okay, good. Now you run it back through that loop again. See, it got loose again. This is the tricky part. So now it's really loose. I want to go back and rewrap it one more time. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Wrapped, okay? Now, go ahead and take this and run it through here now. There, got it that time. Okay, now that you got your tail end back through, you see your tail end right here? Okay? Now what you're going to do with that tail end, the same thing in the front end, take a drop of glue, goes right on that piece of leather there. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to glue this piece of leather back onto itself. Take your pencil out and glue that right back onto itself, which is right there, and hold it on there. Give it about 10 seconds. There we go. Now with that glue back on itself, there you go. See how nice that puff that rabbit fur stabilizer is? Just like that. See that? That'll never come out of your string now, okay? And once you shoot it a lot, it'll start fluffing up even more for you. But there you go. That's how that works. See how nice that turned out? All right. Just puff it up. There you go. All right. All you got to do now, same thing on the other side, and it's finished. All right. Well, that is how you install a rabbit fur or beaver fur or whatever kind of fur silencers you have into your bowstring, okay? And it's done. That'll never come off, it'll never move on you. You can check it, make sure it's still at 14 inches, which is right at 14 inches. See there, right in the middle where it's supposed to be at, perfect. Just pop your bow a few times. That'll get rid of the excess hair falling off of it. All right. Now that one's ready to go. And that'll never come off, okay? That will never come off now. See how nice that looks? All right. Perfect. Alrighty, well, this has been Todd, All Things Archery and Shooting. If you enjoyed these videos, please click that like button, and also be sure to click that share button, share it with your buddies. Like I said, this is a quick video on how to install these rabbit fur silencers. I had a couple people comment me and ask me, hey, how do you install those silencers? So I did a video on how to do cat whiskers and want to know how to do the rabbit fur, so that's how I do it. There's probably different ways of doing it, but that's the way I do it. So, and this seems to work pretty well. Okay. Alright, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget I have a Patreon channel now, so please go over there and show me your support. I've got 3 different levels of Patreon you can check out, and all got different bonuses for them. And there's going to be a lot more content going up on that Patreon channel. This will be up on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to do the other side on my Patreon channel, and we're going to take it out and shoot it on the Patreon channel. That'll be for my Patreon members. Alright. I want to thank you guys for watching, and most importantly, I want to thank you for your support, and thank you for all your comments. I'll enjoy reading your comments and getting your comments, so please send some more out. And this has been how to install a rabbit fur bow silencer, string silencer onto your bow. Alright, again, it's Todd, All Things Archery Shooting, and until next time, guys, ciao.